backswing into downswing. If you do this too early, you're going to reduce the power of your shot. If you do it too late, you're going to add power but increase the difficulty of the swing. Your downswing timing refers, nice work. Congratulations, you got the base. In this lesson, we're going to talk about one of the most important skills you can have at your disposal, and that is putting. Now to begin your putt, pull back on the swing stick. The farther you pull back, the stronger your putt will be. The backswing meter at the bottom of your screen is going to give you a target for where your strength should be. Now as you pull back, you want to wait until the indicator gets in that white part of the backswing. Well done on that lesson. The putt weight is how hard you... That's the stuff. Those moving dots on the grid are telling us that your putt's going to break a little bit to the right, so you will have to aim to the left to compensate. Use the aim stick to make adjustments before putting so that you can drop this one in the hole. Give it a go. Let's just go ahead and give that another try. Well, you've got that one down. And with that, hello and welcome to this lesson on clubs and shot types. We're going to dig through that golf bag a little bit, and I'll tell you a few simple tricks you can use to navigate some of the situations you find yourself in on the course. And let's just go ahead and try that again, okay? Okay, so for this shot, you're hitting into the wind. This means you are going to have to club up, or in other words, use a longer club. So let's press the change club button until you get to the pitching wedge. Then just pop this shot onto the green. Not quite there, is it? Let's try again. Well, no need to linger on this lesson. Now, it's only a matter of time before you find yourself in a situation where the normal shot type is just not going to do. Now, to get on the green from here, you are going to need a chip shot. So let's press the change shot type button until you get to the chip shot, and then chip that ball nice and close to the pin with your next stroke. Good job. That's what we're looking for. Information about the current lie of your ball is available always in the top right corner of the screen. This will give you a range of how much spin and power your shot will retain, and then you can use that info to adjust your shot accordingly. For this particular situation, let's change our club to the sand wedge and then change our shot type to a splash shot, which is a great shot for getting out of these greenside bunkers. After that, give that swing a go. See if you can stick it close. Well, that didn't quite pan out. Let's give that another go. Not quite. Let's try that one again. Good job on that one. And now that you know it, hello there and welcome to the lesson on advanced shots. In this lesson, we're going to learn about techniques you're going to want to master if you want to compete with the pros. In this situation, we are going to need to take a partial swing. If you chip this with full power, it's going to blow right by the hole. So we are going to have to move our aim marker closer to us to compensate. Move the aim marker a little bit closer to you. See if you can get about a 75% power chip. And then use the backswing meter at the bottom of your screen to dial in the proper strength for this chip. Well, you've got the hang of this one. You're going to come across situations like this one where you want to adjust the spin and loft of your shot. In this case, we want to land our shot on the green softly without a whole lot of roll. And for that, we need to add some backspin. Hold down the true shot button and move your aim stick down to increase your loft and backspin, and then have a go at this pin and see if you can land it nice and soft and close. Not quite. Let's try that again. Great work. Looks like you've got the hang of that. Applying a fade or draw to your golf shot is a great tool to have at your disposal. By holding down the true shot button and moving the aim stick to the left, you can apply a fade. By moving the aim stick right, you can apply a draw to the ball flight. To complete this lesson, apply a fade to your next shot and watch that ball curl gently back into the middle of the driving range. We'll chalk that one up as a success. Okay, this is where we part ways, and all that's left for you is to choose a difficulty level, and then you can go ahead and customize your golfer in the My Player menu if you feel like it. If not, all good as well. We'll see you out there on the links real soon.
Two-K Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q-School Final. It's time to get underway, so let's get into the coverage of this exciting event. Luke Elvey here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, what's on the minds of these players today?
Luke, at the end of the day, these players want one thing and one thing only, and that's their Korn Ferry Tour card. And to do that, they need to finish up in the top 50 at the end of the event.
Well, it's all promising to be a good day. Can't wait to see what happens. And let's see what he can do here today.
Nicely done.
Second shot here on the first. This one heading towards the green. Oh, that's beautifully judged. Putting for birdie.
Looks good.
Getting off to a great start at this event.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He's currently in a share of top spot. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Players want to take out any club, driver, three-wood, whatever it takes, to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in two. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie fours are always a good score in this hole, and you're never disappointed with a five.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
Going with the 5-iron here. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from about 105 yards.
Wow, what happened there?
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
This would be a great up and down. This is their 5th shot. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
A split green here. It is difficult to make birdie 2s, but par 3s should be had.
Going with the hybrid. Oh, come on, sit. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. It was on a good line. That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to the cup. Ah, that's a shame. Comes up shy.
I hate to use the word choke, Luke, but that's exactly what happened there. A flat out choke.
Currently at +1 for the day. The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Not bad. Oh, that's unlucky. A buried line in the bunker. Doesn't get much harder. Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this putt to move into the top 20. Oh, just missed. And this one will be for double bogey. Now 4 back after that hole. Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
4 right.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Two great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
The 6th hole, particularly the approach, Rich, at TPC Boston's a very strong one.
If they put the pin other than front left near the water, it's a good birdie opportunity. But once that pin sneaks over to the left-hand side, watch out. Bogeys and doubles come into the equation very quickly.
5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Oh, so close. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in 2. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
It looked like it came out of a cannon. Rich, being a big Boston sports fan, love being here in Beantown. And look, TPC Boston's a great venue for any championship. We've had some great winners here in the past, the likes of Tiger Woods, Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas. This golf course, it gives, but it also takes.
Look at the list of winners you just mentioned. What do they have in common? A, they're really gritty competitors, but B, they're super good, reliable ball strikers. I think that this golf course is sneaky, demanding. Whoever wins this week is certainly going to earn it on this relatively, seemingly benign, but sneaky hard golf course.
Going with the 8-iron here. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Yeah, quality shot that.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Sitting at 3 over for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Going with the 5-wood.
That one's headed right and staying right.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Opportunity to make their par.
Come on, don't be shy.
And he holds it. What a putt. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Well played, mate. From around 170 yards here.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Oh, that one just missed the hole. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Trying to save par here.
Okay, steady now. Okay, so that finishes that hole. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 10th hole.
Par 4, this hole plays so much more difficult than the yardage. Water to the left of the green, bunkers surrounding it on both sides. Find the fairway, you'll have a good look at making birdie. You miss the fairway, good luck. 4s, 5s, and 6s come into the equation.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. That's a little wayward.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Putting for par. If it's up, it could be in. And in it goes for the par. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Teeing off here at the 11th.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
15 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Bit too heavy-handed there. Just not enough gas.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
That's heading into the rough, I think. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
And he needs this to save par. That's pretty tidy. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
This one heading to the bunker.
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Time now for the 4th shot. Ooh, that almost went down. This one's for bogey. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? In she goes. Let's head to the next. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
Attaboy, good shot. From around 220 yards.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
Well, Luke, you're right. He did find grass, but it's not the closely mown grass.
Didn't that look good for a long time? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Just couldn't quite get it to drop. And that brings to an end that hole. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Well, now you just got to pray for good luck, because that one's heading towards the sand. That got a little out of control, I think.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Ooh, right by the hole. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. Sitting at 8 over for the round.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Well, Rich, the 17th hole at TPC Boston, I think the most important thing is positioning your tee shot so you can get a clear look at the green here.
A very narrow green, actually bisected in two by Santa Claus's belly, thus the size of it. Find the right level, you have a birdie opportunity. Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
A bit wild on approach there.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. That's a good putt to hole for a bogey. Currently at +9 for the day. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston can be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have 6s and 7s.
That's really not what they were looking for.
And here we are with the third shot. Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. Playing their 5th shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
It was a narrow miss.
And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.